Gerunds versus infinitives. When to use which. Introduction. Welcome to Grammar with Altaf. In today's lesson, we're going to explore one of the most confusing topics in English grammar, gerunds versus infinitives. Many English learners struggle with knowing when to use a gerund, a verb ending in ing, and when to use an infinitive, the to plus base form of a verb. This lesson will guide you step by step with clear explanations, examples, and common patterns, so you can feel confident using gerunds and infinitives correctly in your daily English conversations and writing. What is a gerund? A gerund is the ing form of a verb that functions as a noun in a sentence. Examples. Swimming is good exercise. I enjoy reading books. In both examples, the words swimming and reading are verbs in form, but they act like nouns. That's what makes them gerunds. What is an infinitive? An infinitive is the base form of a verb with to in front of it. Examples. I want to eat pizza. She decided to leave early. Here, to eat and to leave are infinitives. They can also act like nouns in the sentence. Why is this confusing? The confusion begins when certain verbs are followed by either a gerund or an infinitive. Some verbs only take a gerund, others only take an infinitive, and some can take both, but with a change in meaning. That's why it's important to learn the patterns and usage rules. When to use gerunds. Let's look at common cases where we use gerunds. 1. After certain verbs. Some verbs are always followed by gerunds. Enjoy. Avoid, admit. Consider, finish, keep. Suggest, deny. Examples. I enjoy cooking. He suggested taking the train. 2. After prepositions. If a verb comes after a preposition, it must be in gerund form. Examples. She is good at dancing. They talked about traveling. Even two-word prepositions like interested in, afraid of, or excited about also follow this rule. Examples. He's interested in learning English. We're excited about going on vacation. 3. As the subject or object of a sentence. Gerunds can be used as the subject or object. Examples. Driving at night is difficult. I dislike waiting in lines. When to use infinitives. Let's now see the situations where infinitives are commonly used. 1. After certain verbs. Some verbs are followed by infinitives. Agree, decide, hope, plan, promise, learn, want, need. Examples. I want to learn English. She decided to study abroad. 2. After adjectives. Infinitives often come after adjectives. Examples. It's hard to understand him. I'm happy to help you. 3. To show purpose. Use the infinitive to explain why someone does something. Examples. I exercise to stay fit. She studies hard to pass the exam. Verbs that can take both, but the meaning changes. Some verbs can be followed by either a gerund or an infinitive, but the meaning changes depending on which one you use. 1. Remember. Remember plus gerund. Remember something you did in the past. Remember plus infinitive. Remember something you need to do. Examples. I remember locking the door, past memory. Remember to lock the door, a reminder for the future. 2. Stop. Stop plus gerund. I've quit doing something. Stop plus infinitive. Pause one activity to do something else. Examples. He stopped smoking. He quit smoking. He stopped to smoke. He paused another activity to smoke. 3. Try. Try plus gerund. Find experiment with something to see if it works. Try plus infinitive. Make an effort to do something. Examples. Try adding salt to improve the flavor. Experiment. Try to lift the box. Make an effort. Verbs that can take both, with no change in meaning. Some verbs can take both gerunds and infinitives without much or any change in meaning. Examples. Begin, start, like love, prefer, hate. Examples. I like reading books. I like to read books. She started crying. She started to cry. However, be careful with prefer, like, and hate. When talking about general preferences, both are fine. But in specific cases, infinitives are often preferred. General. I love dancing. I love to dance. Specific. I'd love to dance with you tonight. Common mistakes to avoid. Mixing the two forms incorrectly. I enjoy to play cricket. I enjoy playing cricket. Using a gerund after verbs that require infinitives. He wants going home. He wants to go home. Forgetting the rule after prepositions. She is afraid of swim. She is afraid of swimming. Tips for mastering gerunds and infinitives. Learn verb patterns. Make a list of common verbs and whether they take a gerund or an infinitive. Practice with real sentences. Write your own examples for better memory. Use a dictionary. Many dictionaries will show you the correct verb form, e.g., enjoy plus ing, decide plus to. Listen and read in English. Notice how native speakers use gerunds and infinitives in movies, podcasts, and articles. Make flashcards. Write verbs on one side and their correct structure on the other. Quick practice. Try to complete these sentences with the correct form. I promised to help her. They avoided talk about it. He decided leave early. We're thinking about move to a new city. She forgot call him. Answers 1 to help, 2 talking, 3 to leave, 4 moving, 5 to call. Conclusion. In this video, we've learned the difference between gerunds and infinitives, two forms of verbs that can sometimes act like nouns. We've looked at when to use each one, including examples of common verbs, sentence patterns, and changes in meaning. We also explored verbs that can take both forms and the small changes they bring in meaning. Understanding and practicing these patterns will help you speak more naturally and accurately in English. Keep reviewing and practicing, and you'll soon feel much more confident using gerunds and infinitives in your everyday English. Thanks for watching Grammar with Altaf. See you in the next video.